Hey, welcome back to the farm. This is episode 2 of my food plot porn series. 4-wheeler food plots. Put all these in with just a 4-wheeler and a drag harrow. It's been 2 weeks and 2 days since the last time we were out here. Then I spread fertilizer on my brassica. I got 1/10 of an inch of rain afterwards. I haven't been out here since. Earlier this week we got 1/10 of an inch. It is now the 28th of September, I think it is. Yep, 28th of September, Saturday. Thanks to Hurricane Helene, we've had a big weather front move in and sit right on top of the Midwest here over Indiana. We're finally wet. And so, went down to the feed store. I got a bunch of rye, some winter wheat. We're gonna top dress our brassicas today. Also came out here to check on the farm with Hurricane Helene. There's high winds yesterday, they were crazy. You can tell we got some here. It has laid down that switchgrass big time. It must have been ripping up here on the hilltop. It's laid down all this switchgrass. I'll bring you back along on this. It'll pop back up, which is the cool thing. If it gets an ice storm, snow, it may lay it down, but it pops back up. It won't stay laid down, which is awesome. It's really nice about switchgrass. I haven't seen these food plots in a little over 2 weeks since I fertilized them. You saw how they were before, maybe 2-3 inches up. So I'll bring you along. We'll take a look at these together. Let's take you back, take a look at these things, see how they've done since I fertilized. Got very little rain until now. It's been raining enough to keep them alive. Got them germinated. All right, last time I was out here, when I fertilized, I also sprayed the grasses with clethodim. Again, that was 2 weeks ago. Here it is today. All the grasses have died off. You can see where I missed turnaround spot, but that worked well. Here's my brassicas already being browsed. They don't look too hot. I was hoping they'd be bigger than what they are by now. And who knows, they may take off with all this rain too. We've had very little since 2 weeks ago. So with a good soaking, maybe they'll start sucking up this fertilizer that I dropped and get going here. But regardless, we're gonna spread this with rye today. See, I drug all this shit when I planted the brassica, and it's laid back down and died, or it's laid back down. There's quite a mat of dead grass and weeds and stuff on there. I don't know if that rye is gonna make it through that or not. Although rye will pretty much damn near grow in anything, so we'll see. Be an experiment, take you along. Here's that 1/4 acre plot from a couple weeks ago. You saw me come back in here and spray this with glyphosate. I wanted to try to burn it because it's so thick with the mat of grass and weed layer on there that's died off. That's right where my sprayer ran out. That second spray definitely knocked it back. A little clover seed should work down through that, I would think. I'm going to spread this with clover today. I'm down here at the end of the airstrip. I started up there just a minute ago when I had you along. These brassicas down here look better. That's what I was hoping to see across this whole field. That's about 6 inches. Again, I hope this rain really kickstarts things. If any of you done this, then you know how bad this sucks. I got a whole lot of cranking ahead of me. This is the winter wheat. We'll get to cranking. So one of these, the gate wide open, made it down the strip one time. So it looks like probably have 3 trips per bag. Now the winter wheat's a fluffier, bigger seed, or a fatter seed. And the winter rye, it's more of a pointier, harder seed. It's not as fat or fluffy as the winter wheat. This may penetrate better through that grass thatch layer, we'll see. All right, this is a little over 1/4 of an acre, maybe closer to 1/2 acre food plot. This is what's going in it. Imperial whitetail clover. Don't really, say a whole lot about seed companies, but in terms of clover, in my opinion, this is the best clover you can put down there. I think there's 5 or 6 different clovers in this. It does a great job. It's phenomenal. It is probably why it is the #1 food plot seed by this company, is the Imperial clover. This is up to 1/2 acre. So I'm we'll probably spread this whole bag on this. You watch food plot videos and there's always the seed to soil contact, or some people say soil.
Welcome, y'all. It's Wes with DIY Food Plot Pro. Thanks so much for joining us. Any legume is going to be able to make its own nitrogen through the rhizobia bacteria in the soil. On a soil test,
Seed to soil contact.
So it doesn't get to the soil, fluffing up soil, deeper in the soil, or there's a lot of duff in there, and we're afraid if we broadcast, we won't get good seed to soil
This episode
contact.
of the Freedom Farm is absolutely not sponsored by any of these companies, but it does look cool.
Again, we want the seed to make contact with the soil.
soil for water out of the soil, naturally occurring in the soil.
They say it to nauseam. It drives me crazy, but it is important, right? If the seed isn't on the dirt, it ain't gonna grow. So instead of seed to soil, I'm gonna say STS. My fear is with that rye over there on the brassica plat, it won't get some STS without me dragging it in. We'll see. I hate to drag over those brassicas. They're up big enough now. I think it'd hurt them. And I think with this rain, those will start taking off. We'll see. Clover seed, super small. That should have no problem working down through this. So I just spread a third bag of this winter wheat on top of this as well, probably about 16 pounds, and spread this whole bag of imperial whitetail clover. This went quick, man. The seeds are so little. I may have had a little too thick through here, we'll see. But I tried to get it spread out as much as I could. So that one is now planted. All right, so on the airstrip plot, put 50 pounds of winter rye, 50 pounds of winter wheat. On the 1/4 acre, 1/2 acre plot, I put about 18 pounds of winter wheat and 4 pounds of imperial whitetail clover. What I'm going to do is run over to the Michigan field. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put 50 wheat, 50 rye. I'm going to hold off on this other rye here just to see if this does anything or not. In case these brassicas don't get going, I'll come back here and salvage this with a bunch more rye and actually drag it in. So it'll be about a week and a half before I can get back down here. So that should, those brassicas, if they're going to do it, they should take off by then. If not, that's when I'll drag in the rest of this rye. So I'm not going to spread it all today, just in case. All right, we're over here in the Michigan field, as I call it. Sprayed this with clethodim too. See where I missed a patch. These brassicas look a little bit better actually than the other field. We'll top dress this with 50 pounds of rye. If they get nipped, let's get to spreading. All right, y'all. Here it comes again. I just got everything seeded just in time. Thank you, Helene. We needed some rain. We were in a drought here in southern Indiana. Supposed to be this way all night long into tomorrow. Tune back in. I'll be back in a couple of weeks to check it out, see how things are coming along.
Smash that like and subscribe button if you hadn't already.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, stay free, stay safe.
That's all, folks.